So yesterday I put up a video about the MSR Reactor stove, and it really wasn't working optimally, and I'd like to show it working really well just because it is a pretty impressive stove when it's running well. And the main comment was that you can use the water trick. So the water trick is just you put the can in a little bath of water, and that keeps it above the boiling point, which is around minus 11°C. So what I did is I went out and I picked up one of these MSR deep dish bowls, and the reason why I got that is just because it nests perfectly, just perfectly in the 1.7 liter MSR Reactor system, which means it doesn't take up any more space, anything like that. I can put it all in a stuff sack and get this nice, compact, everything in there cook system. I've never actually done the water trick or the water bath trick. The question is it something that I want to be doing out in the field? So I'll get the stove going, and there's a few little things that I wanted to touch on that I didn't mention in that last video. So compared to that last video, it's a little bit warmer today. On my thermometer, it's saying right now minus 11°C, and the Weather Environment Canada is saying it's minus 14. So that's right at the kind of cusp of where these stoves work really well. So this can was inside, it's warm. This can has been outside for a while, so it's cold. And let's see, I'd really like to get an idea of how much fuel it takes to melt snow to get 1 liter. And, you know, a little bit of the process with that water bath system. So, you know, the idea here is that you just use the stove at first to get a little bit of water. Then you put water in here, put everything in like that. Then you got to kind of monitor it. Kind of worst case for me would be if this whole thing actually froze up together. That would be pretty terrible. So let's see what happens. We get it going. Another thing that was mentioned, so Jeff put a comment in. Jeff is the distributor for MSR around here, so he knows a lot about these things. First of all, there's 2 spots where you're supposed to light this. I think I mentioned that. And once it gets really glowing, there's an MSR logo that shows in here. And that means that it's running well. And, you know, that's normally what happens. And just yesterday it was running really poorly because it was too cold. So I'll see if I can get it going. The other thing is that you never want to have this on the stove system running because it can, when it's empty, you never want to have an empty pot on one of these reactor systems because it can overheat, and there's an internal switch that just, it's a kill switch in it, and it stops everything. Then you're in trouble. I don't think there's a reset. I think there is a reset on the wind burner, but not on the reactor. So let's see if we can get this going, get some snow melted, and see how much fuel the whole thing uses. So that's lit. It's hot. And like I said, it is definitely warmer out today than yesterday, just a few degrees. I'd like to see so, you know, normally it doesn't take very long in perfect conditions. It's struggling. Okay, so just that heat from my hands is getting it going. Let's see if we can melt a little bit of water. Actually, I don't need it in there right now. Get a bit of water going. So once it's going, how long does it take to get that liter of water melted? how much fuel does it use. And I think in this kind of situation, one of the things that's for sure is that there's an advantage to melting a lot of snow over doing it repeatedly, because then you don't have to be redoing this process where you kind of waste a bit of fuel to get some water. I'd really like you guys to see this going at kind of full throttle, because when it does, it's a pretty impressive system. So altogether, when I pack this all up, it weighs in at 20 ounces, which is just over a pound. That must be around 550 grams or something like that, which is pretty much identical to the weight of my Whisper light with a windscreen, piece of foam for the bottom, and everything like that. So we're warming up pretty good here. So we'll just put a bit of water in there. Keep a tiny bit for... Let's see what happens once this goes in there. That should get it cranking. So that's the nice red glow that we're looking for. You can see there's kind of an MSR logo in there. Hard to show with the camera without melting it. The volume, the fact that it's so quiet is probably one of my favorite features of this stove. All right, so we got a boil going right now. Got a nice glow. Okay, so I came back inside. I had forgotten to start my timer, and I had to check the video footage to see how long everything took. So it was 3 minutes to get enough water to create that little water bath to keep the canister warm. Then 9 minutes to melt all of the snow to get 1 liter to boil. At the end of the day, it was 33 grams of fuel for the whole thing. I'm gonna assume it took about 6 or maybe a little bit more, maybe 24 grams for the boil, and then 9 grams to generate that first little bath. So there's definitely some waste there. I'd kind of expect the fuel consumption to be better or more efficient than using a liquid fuel stove, just because that connection is just so direct. Where it's really going to shine is if the conditions are not great, so if it's windy or anything like that. But then it could get kind of annoying to have that water bath. But you know, I really do like the idea of this compact package, just less things to mess around with in your bag. If you're used to using liquid fuel, you've got to have the windscreen, some kind of base. So this is just the base that I was using last year, some foam and stuff like that. There's lots of parts to it. So definitely not like the craziest efficiency gain. I think more practical in a way. That's what people like about these cans, is that they're less messy. Just buy them. They're expensive. So one of these sells for $10 here. So on a 4-day trip, I'd go through about a liter of liquid fuel. It might be a bit less with these, but not a ton less. So you're looking at $30, $40 of fuel for a 4-day trip, which is what I'm coming up to in a few days, versus $30 of fuel for a whole season or more if I'm buying liquid fuel. 100% in my opinion, this is all about preference. Do you prefer kind of having the all-in-one system? Do you prefer having that flexibility or the just ability to handle different situations with the liquid fuel? Really up to you. I'm gonna try this because I think so many people are moving towards, and a lot of people are saying that no one is using liquid fuel anymore. So I'm gonna give this a really good try. I've got a kind of a test trip coming up tomorrow and then a longer trip in a few days. I haven't decided if I would bring this on the longer trip. That has a lot to do with matching equipment between people. Definitely works with the water bath. I really like having this bowl that kind of matches. It's a pretty good little system.